Hi Retro Crew, we've done a video about the first Lethal Weapon. Today we're going to talk about the series as a whole and kind of talk about how it's changed as it progressed.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brian and we're the Retro Sons. I feel like the first one had the most serious tone and Riggs was kind of like crazy and suicidal, and then it got more lighthearted and comical as it went along.
Yeah, it got more family friendly as it went along too.
Yeah, in the second one they added another character. They added Leo Getz as kind of the comic relief.
Leo Getz?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's me, Leo Getz.
Then in the third one they had Lorna Cole as the love interest for Riggs.
Lorna Cole?
And
Yeah.
kind of like mellow him out a little bit.
Yeah, in the first one he was like crazy and suicidal, like you said.
Yeah, but I think it just showed that he kind of needed someone to, I don't know, take time on him and not just give up on him like everyone else seemed to do.
Yeah, which was Murtaugh's role.
Mm-hmm.
In the first one he was more serious too, and he got more kind of like Riggs, I guess, as the series progressed.
Yeah, I just feel like, well, now I feel like watching it again, they're like mean to everybody.
Yeah.
I know they're just kind of like joking around, and Riggs is even kind of mean to Murtaugh and his little pranks on him.
Yeah, he is.
I know it's supposed to be funny and everything, but they're the worst to Leo, I think.
Yeah, they are definitely.
Poor guy, because he's like, kind of looks up to him and really thinks of them as friends, and they're just annoyed by him. And
Yeah, they're always mean to him.
yeah, like the first time they meet him, they go out the window into the pool, and he punches him in the nose. And then later he asks if it looks okay because it hurts, and he just kind of like squeezes on it. And
Yeah.
And wait, is my nose still bleeding because it's really...
I'm sorry about that.
Then on the third one, they like when he gets shot and he's in the hospital,
hmm
they like order a bunch of tests for him, like
Yeah.
horrible tests.
Yeah, and like tell him that he needs to stay in for like 2 days at least.
Yeah, just because they don't want him bothering them.
Then in the fourth one, they're on the fishing boat, and then he shows him that he has a gun, and he says he's a PI, and Riggs throws it into the ocean.
Permit or no permit, you don't deserve to have this. You're not safe.
I'd get mad if someone threw my gun into the ocean.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe you don't think he should have it, but still, he paid for it. Don't throw his stuff.
Yeah, then when he's double parked, they tell the cop that pulls him over that he's been drinking. So
Yeah.
he's there for like an hour. And they
Yeah.
just take off.
Yeah, by the end of the movie, when Riggs and Leo are talking at the grave of Riggs's deceased wife, he kind of shows that he feels bad about it.
Yeah.
Because Leo tells him the story of when he was a kid and he didn't really have any friends, except for his frog that he accidentally killed on his bike.
So it's a character arc for Riggs.
Mhm.
Like he's grown up a little bit. But still, they're horrible to him, even
Yeah.
through the fourth one.
Yeah,
It takes like till the end of the fourth movie for him to finally acknowledge it.
yeah. And I understand because he is kind of like, he flips out at the slightest provocation, but still,
Yeah.
I don't know really how I would act around someone like that in real life, but
Yeah. And even Butters doesn't like him.
yeah, and that whole thing's funny too because they don't understand why he's being so nice to Murtaugh,
Captain Murtaugh.
and it's revealed that he's like secretly his son-in-law.
Yeah, and we find it out, but he still doesn't know. And
Yeah, and he has this theory that he's attracted to him. So at one point, Butters is talking about one thing and Murtaugh's thinking another.
yeah, and
Riggs-
Riggs knows.
Yeah,
so
Riggs
he's
really
laughing.
knows what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but Riggs was told not to tell that he knew.
hmm
Just
kidding?
calm down.
I'm not going to tell him anything. I mean, he'd shoot me just for being the messenger.
My favorite one is probably the first one where Riggs is like crazy and Murtaugh is like the older veteran who
hmm
doesn't want to break in a new partner. His new partner is crazy.
Yeah, it's just nice and simple,
Yeah.
and they get more kind of fleshed out and convoluted.
Murtaugh is kind of mean to him through the whole thing because he doesn't want to be his partner.
I don't want to work with you.
Hey, don't.
I like when he finds out that it was Murtaugh's birthday and he's like, I'll have to buy you a gift.
Yeah,
It's the least I can do for the kindness you've shown me.
Maybe we'll stay alive long enough for me to buy you a present. Don't thank me now. It's the least I can do after all the kindness that you've shown me.
yeah,
It just like shows that he knows Murtaugh isn't kind to him and he's just joking around with him still.
yeah. Well, their very first conversation in the parking garage is Murtaugh's telling him he doesn't want to work with him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
And their first interaction is Riggs takes out his gun in the police station and Murtaugh tries to tackle him.
yeah.
And he
Riggs
flips
just-
him on the ground.
Mhm.
So like the very first time they meet is that. So shortly after Murtaugh finds out that he is really crazy and he's not pretending, Riggs saves his life, and like right after that, he brings a crazy person to his house with his wife and kids, and they seem like they're best friends after that. I know he did save his life, but that same day, like an hour before that, he found out that he was actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like he tried to see if he would shoot himself, and he almost did. Murtaugh had to stop him.
I'm not trying to draw a psycho picture. You really are crazy.
Then like an hour later, he brings him to his house with his wife and 3 kids, and like he's not crazy. That's the weird part. I don't think any logical person would bring that person to their home with their family.
It worked.
It worked out, yeah, but in real life it wouldn't. Like he'd never do that, I don't think.
No, probably not.
Like I said, I realize he did save his life, but still, he knows he's crazy. Why would you bring him to your family?
Show him where you
Into your
live.
house, yeah. It makes no sense, but it worked for the movie, but that would never happen in real life, I don't think.
No. But I do like their dynamic throughout the whole series. Like, after that part, they're really good friends, and Riggs just comes over, especially from the second one on.
Yeah.
He'll, like, come over and let himself in. He keeps clothes there and all that kind of stuff.
Come on, we gotta get up and catch bad guys today.
Okay. I'll go
Be
get
real
a shot.
police.
Yeah, it's like part of the family after that.
Yeah, like he says in the third one, he's like, I live in your icebox and all that kind of stuff. He's saying how
Yeah.
close they are when Murtaugh's planning to retire.
Yeah.
Trish does my laundry. I live in your icebox. I live in your life.
And they're planning on making a 5th one. I still wonder how they're going to do it.
Yeah, we'll have to
We
wait
have
and
a
see.
video about that. We'll link it up here.
Murtaugh was always too old before now.
Yeah.
And what was it, the third one? When he decided not to retire, he said 10 more years till forced retirement.
Yeah. And then there was a 4th one.
Yeah.
Which would have been pretty close to his retirement age.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe forced retirement got taken away. I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't see either one of them really still being on the force, so
I couldn't either. They must be retired, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
they have to take matters into their own hands or something. They're
I don't know.
a new set of people, and they're just like mentor types.
I don't know. I don't think that would work either. I don't want to see that.
No, but
It's like Rocky 5. Like, he wasn't the boxer, he was a mentor. Like, even Sylvester Stallone doesn't count that as a Rocky movie. He just pretends it never existed.
he's seen
Time will
more.
tell, I guess. But
Yeah,
it seems like all the characters did have a pretty good character arc from the first one to the last one.
Yeah.
Like, even Murtaugh, he was like a grumpy old man in the first one, and by the end, he was like kind of like Riggs. Like, not exactly, but he was a lot more like Riggs.
Yeah, he was much more relaxed. You could tell, like, when they went to see Uncle Benny, and then Riggs broke the window for whatever reason to get out.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna pull the fire alarm, and Murtaugh's telling him no. He's like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Lets him do it. Which either one of those things, I don't think anyone would do in real life.
No.
There's absolutely no reason. for
There's
him.
so many things they do in the movies that would get them fired.
Yeah.
But it's like a slap on the wrist.
Mm-hmm. Or
Like
not
in
even
the
that.
start of number 3, they blow up a building,
Mhm.
and then they just get picked down to uniform cops for like a couple days.
Right.
Then when something's going on, they need them. The captain's just like, okay, you get your badges back.
Yeah.
You're undercover again.
Or one of the big ones for me is in the second one when Leo takes him to the stilt house.
Yeah.
Just on his say that it's the bad people's place, Riggs goes in pretending to be the pool guy. And the people are understandably upset that he's there, and he just beats them up.
Yeah, and then he tells them to, like, he's going to arrest them
Yeah,
for being on their own place and trying to defend it, or
exactly.
like telling them to get out of there.
Yeah,
It's like, that would never happen in real life.
no.
Cuff yourself. Cuff yourself.
Like, I never thought about it before. It's like, okay, they're the bad guys, so he's doing what's right. But
Yeah.
this time watching it, like, no, he's trespassing. They're yelling at him for being there for whatever reason, and he just beats them up.
Yeah, and
And-
then tries to arrest them.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know that the one guy who tried to kill Leo in the hotel was there, and he got away and all that.
Yeah, and he chased him.
So they ended up being right, but still,
Yeah, but
the way they went about it, the way they go about a lot of things, really.
Yeah. They do very little police work in the movies.
Yeah.
Really.
Really.
They just like luck into situations
Mhm.
that happen to be right.
It makes for an entertaining movie, but like looking at it logically, which I
Yeah.
don't think you're supposed to do.
No, it's 80s and 90s buddy cop movie
Yeah,
for
right.
sure. Like not a lot of police work, just a lot of, like I said, running into situations that are advantageous to them, I guess.
Yeah.
But still good. I mean, like I said, they all do have a pretty good character arc.
hmm
Like Riggs by the end gets a woman, has a kid, is starting to see the error of his ways with how he treated Leo.
hmm
And Murtaugh isn't like the cranky old man anymore. He's more like a fun-loving, go with the flow kind of guy.
Yeah.
And Leo Getz kind of ages too. Like, he's a criminal when we first meet him. Like, he worked for the mob.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end, when he's got like a good job, he's a private eye. He's like on the right side of the law.
Yeah.
Then Butters is pretty much the same because he was new in this one. Lorna, I mean, she really doesn't have a character arc.
I don't know, she was kind of strict and by the book when you met her, and she didn't like Riggs or Murtaugh how they did things, and then she kind of went to their way of doing it too.
Yeah, kind of. She still didn't want to feed into Riggs's like
No.
malarkey though,
No, not really.
but they ended up having a baby together, so it kind of worked out.
Mm-hmm. And she said she didn't like dogs. Then by the fourth film, they were living together with 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I think they took that guard dog, didn't they? And made them their own.
Yeah, and she made the baby's room like a ton of dogs in it, and she said the kid will probably hate dogs.
Yeah. Then another character I've noticed, this isn't really relative to anything, but Carrie, the youngest Murtaugh daughter, she doesn't really serve like any kind of purpose in the movies.
No,
She's just kind of there. Like,
right.
and did a lot of things. She was a really big role in the first movie and through the rest of them, kind of still. And then the son,
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. I don't know if he did in the first or second, really did much, but in the third one, he had kind of a big role.
Yeah, with his friend.
Yeah, Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl.
I don't blame you, Dad. I blame Daryl.
I really don't know how they're gonna do a 5.
No, we're just
I
gonna have
hear
to
Mel
see.
Gibson's gonna direct it though, so
Yeah, we keep hearing
Should be
stuff,
good.
so it seems like it's gonna happen for real.
yeah.
Like it's not just rumors anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. They just need to, like, the series that were good series when we were kids, they just need to stop making sequels for them.
Yeah,
Like, there's so many good trilogies from when we were kids that are no longer trilogies, and a trilogy thing was, I guess, a 90s thing.
yeah,
Like, so many good ones. There's Star Wars, there's Indiana Jones, there's Lethal Weapon, Die Hard.
mm.
I'm sure there's many, many more that I'm not even thinking of.
Rambo.
But, yeah, Rambo. Now, every single one of those,
There's at least 5 movies.
yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah,
It's like people do things just because they're getting paid.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
yeah,
I kind of mix that up, but you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
yeah. I know what you're saying,
But
but yeah.
still,
We recently rewatched the Indiana Jones movies. You just watched the trilogy. I watched
Yeah.
the other 2 also. And
yeah, I can't.
that's one I think they should have just left as a trilogy.
Yeah, definitely. They shouldn't have done 4 and 5.
Yeah, especially 5. Like,
Well, Star Wars, shouldn't have gone further. I do like the prequel trilogy, but it's not as good as the original. I think it takes away from the original, honestly.
yeah, kind
Like,
of.
there's so much stuff they don't need to tell us, and we don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made the new, like the
The sequel
the
trilogy.
sequel trilogy, which is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all 3 of those movies are bad,
Right.
especially the last one. And then I think they're making more. They're going to start another Rey saga.
Yeah. And then you have all the spin-off TV shows and everything
Yeah.
now, which some are okay and some are unnecessary, like Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
Those
that
are
one
really-
was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how we made it through that whole thing.
I don't know. Just we started it, so we might as well finish it, I guess.
Yeah. We've discussed that stuff a lot, so
Yeah.
I think we're kind of getting off
We
topic.
always go off in
Yeah.
those tangents.
So that's what we think about the Lethal Weapon series. So let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Watch one of these 2 videos, and we'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.